Why?
Because it fucks up the camera angles of the recording, so
Uh,
it makes your face look smaller.
that's fine.
Thank you.
Excellent. Reese doesn't want his face in camera anyway.
Just want to see some. Do you see that?
Yes.
Ah.
Mm.
Did you join the game through Roll20, Reese?
I am in a free roll 20 right now.
Nice.
Fucking
Need Discord?
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty good if we can get it working.
And it's nice having it all on one screen.
Yeah, I
So-
only see the blue screen now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what happened there. Okay, whatever. Fuck it.
So, last just left off, the company had departed from the castle in the sky, hosted by the cloud giant by the name of the Great Ordia. After defending the Sky Castle from a bunch of small giants that jeered themselves across the continent like orcs from via volcano, she basically awarded the entire company for the services. And considering your interest in ancient, what should I say, designs, general history, they went into the archives and pulled out the plans for an airship, the Shadow Drake, as the airship is called. After spending about a day and a bit constructing it for you all, the giants thankfully were fairly quick, and it was what it seemed like anyway. It seemed just like blocks that they were sliding up on together. You're pretty sure you can see like a small little, like on the underside of the airship, a small little like yellow and red engraving in the ancient tongue. Brandon, you'd probably be able to like, translate it. It's like "le go," something like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Norwegian, I
also,
see.
yeah, it's a strange, barbaric tongue, definitely.
Excellent.
Next, hopping onto your station, moving all of your loot, your equipment, and your persons aboard, you will descended from the Sky Castle and carry your trip to reconnect with the fleet, as it were. So, as you send it off, I believe when all the systems briefly engaged, um, some odd happenings occurred and knocks. You spied in the distance an unwanted observer of your flight before it's disappearing again. But when that's, gentlemen, the airship is now gotten into a cruising speed, as it were, catching the wind at a nice altitude. At very little turbulence right now, as is the odd shake every now and then, due to the fact that Ramya, you aren't a proficient sky captain. You've never sailed an airship before, so this makes it just all the more fun. Um, you're not an expert at it just yet, so it's a bit rickety here and there. But regardless, you managed to keep her at a steady level and managed to keep her at a steady bearing as well, based on your trajectory and the maps that you had seen from where the fleet was going to be going.
So
Uh,
how? Sorry, Sean. Just to interrupt.
yeah, of course, what's up?
How fast would you say we're going right now? Like, is it wind in your hair like a nice tussle, or is it like Jeremy Clarkson's speed?
You would actually notice that if you were standing onto the deck of the ship, that there is a calming effect on each of you, but more so than you would assume, because the actual sails themselves are catching the wind, going absolutely mental.
We're not doing this right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not
Okay.
doing that. If you want to roll me an Arcana check real quick,
I will
please do.
certainly.
Please do so.
Just for you, Sean.
Let's check in about
Hold on, let me remember how to do this.
God, it's been since June.
29.
June.
June, yeah.
That's not that far away.
2 months.
Next year, boys.
It's
Nearly 3.
late September.
Yeah. So
You'll be
nearly-
30 soon.
Yeah, nearly 3 months. Yeah.
29. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
That's what I rolled, yeah.
Let's see what begins.
And so it fucking begins. Well, we start as we need to come.
Is that a feel in Pathfinder, Sean?
No, it's not a Pathfinder. It does the trick, actually, Paul.
So
Yes,
guys, can you give me just
Excellent.
like 5 minutes?
that's cool. That's
Right,
fine.
yeah.
That's my thing already. I'll just explain to you this, Paul. Essentially, with your constant innate casting of arcane sense, and your understanding of the magical runes that are like ley lines that are on board the ship, or magical lattices, I should say, that are aboard the ship, you're basically able to infer that there's like a slight abjuration effect that is like buffing you all against the winds. Like the actual like personages aren't. The whole structure of the ship, however, is not affected, and you're noticing that it seems to be that effect that when you had stepped on, the runes like slight a lighting like around your feet.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be tracking your movements, so to speak. So it's not a constant overlaying effect, but it's like a tracking effect on your person.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
So-
very, very advanced, but it's also
Uh-huh.
very simplistic at the same time.
So,
Yeah.
So it's highly advanced then. It's so
Yes.
advanced it looks simple.
Exactly.
so-
Yes.
Fuck!
Yes.
so what's happening is that the area around us is being canned.
Around your singular person is being camped for each of you individually. Yes.
So if I threw an apple at Brandon,
Please be my guest.
I imagine at one point we're just like eating, and I just like toss him an apple to eat, and it just goes. Boom.
You don't toss it far enough, so the actual apple itself splatters onto the actual wall of the cabin that leads to the
I am
captain's
like
captain's room.
I'm now gripped up against the walls, talons scratching into.
Yeah, literally.
How are you expecting with are you testing the laws of gravity there, Nox? Let me test myself. And I take out my maul and I hold it in front of Nox. And I release 2 fingers. It's just like, whoop.
I don't care how fast this goes. I'm sure it can't outrun a bullet. Don't drop that. I don't trust this thing.
Try jumping.
Take a little hop. He's not here. He's not here to see me take a little hop. It's fine. Oh God.
First.
Oh God Almighty.
Well, good sessions, boys. Glad we all came for it.
20
Got a good
minutes into
10
the-
minutes.
20 minutes into the first session, and now we're just fucking. That's it. There are 2 guys already left. Classic.
Why does Sean's radiator look like he lives in a tenement?
He does. He does. He
That
does
thing
live in a
is-
tenement flat. Yeah.
That thing looks like it will burst into flames at any moment.
That's actually a fireplace. Yeah, so he lives. It's a fireplace. It's not a tenement.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man, I tells you.
I didn't realize Sean could afford fire. Here we are.
Oh no, it's an electric fire.
Ah, of course. Is Sean's flat electrocuted?
I don't know. It's warm.
I always hear electric heating's like fucking really expensive.
Yeah, but when you're like comparing it to gas just stays warm for a long time. Electric heating, you turn off the electric and the fucking electric heating goes. Like gas, at least the water
Yes,
stays warm for a while.
That's true. It's true. I think it's because you have to have it constantly on, probably, is it? Then again, back.
Oh, here's a good one that you'll appreciate.
Where is it?
Send that to you now. I got Reese back.
Excellent. This is back.
Oh,
Sean has left. Time to play Space Marine.
Yeah, let's put up Space Marine Boys real quick, right? Reese, we just discovered that, you know, that calming effect that's on us to stop us like flying around and shit?
I'm not gonna lie, I was not listening for the start of that.
Right, so there's a
I have no idea what's going on.
There's a calming effect on us that stops us from like being catapulted backwards by the G-force, right?
It's not a calming effect. It's a maglock effect.
Yeah, we're maglocked to the ground, and like physics isn't acting on us to like throw us back the way as this thing's accelerating, right? But other things aren't.
We
It's-
obey the rules of Treasure Planet, basically.
Yeah. We treasure planet, but other things aren't. So if I throw an apple to somebody else, that apple will just go BAM! And we're not going to exploit this at all. The very second we figure out how we can turn it on and off, because I'll tell you one thing: that's a great way to repel borders.
It definitely would be.
Have everybody fly off the ship.
No, have the borders fly off the ship.
You think the effect can be localized? How interesting.
I mean,
You think you could discriminate? How interesting.
I can discriminate,
Nox,
but I was born with that trait.
Nox is a fucking Nox doesn't know magic. He just assumes that.
I'll have you know that was not a learned behavior. I was born racist.
Hey,
Just one by Brandon or you?
I don't think you need to answer that question. I think we all know.
Yes.
Mm.
So yeah, Sean, I take a little hop.
Me.
You take a little hop, do you?
Yes.
Now, show me a fortitude save, please.
Fuck. Fortitude.
Nox is going to fly like a bird, covered in oil.
28. Okay. So, Nox, you do a little boing. It's like about 6 inches or so, lifting yourself off the ground. Whoever is like on the deck with him, Remy, I'm not sure you're in the captain's the actual like
Yeah, wherever the like controls are, essentially.
yeah control room. Yes, that's it. Thank you. You can actually see out the control room, like it like you stairs up, and then it's like a glass pane basically, and you have to look down on the actual like deck of the ship. Brandon, you're outside with him. You all watch as Nox does a little like boing
Ah!
of a few inches, and for the briefest second, you see that these like glowing blue like particles seem to like follow his like feet as he goes up, and strain before snapping like an elastic band, and you watch as he like very quickly. But thankfully, he was already on the descent by the time he actually like the last broke, and so he lands like about a foot back from where he actually jumped.
Okay, now Sean, I have a second question.
Yes, Nathan.
Does my momentum continue?
Slightly, yes. You do stumble a little bit on landing. Yeah.
But it's like, but it's not as much as what I'm hoping.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, but
Thank you for confirming that.
what have I done? What minute detail has he fucking hooked up
Oh
on?
no, it's fine.
This is Nathan's version of our corpse's object.
Yeah, is a corpse an object?
Well, he doesn't actually have a use for it yet.
Oh, I'll find a use for this shit. As I fucking, curb stomp that fucking elf into the side of the ship at a later date.
Why do you hate Mandos?
Because he tried to kill me.
And you him?
Yeah.
Didn't you like make up with him? Wasn't that like a whole arc you
Yeah,
had?
I think you're on your way to make it up with him. You wanted to make it better.
Yeah,
Right,
I think,
timing,
yeah,
before you kill him.
because my tree powers want that to happen.
Yeah. Tree powers, you a fucking sentient gun, mate. You've got nothing.
Yeah, it's a tree power. I've got a tree
It's
power.
like. So yes. We're on ship. Rami, could you do me a quick crafting check, please?
I can. If I can work out how to do that again.
Hey.
31.
Oh,
Is that enough?
31. Okay. What level are you guys again? Just checking.
Christ, I couldn't.
Level 9?
8 or 9?
8. Still 8. Still 8. We just dinged it. We did.
Why
Why didn't you just say still 8? Because then he'd have dinged us up this level.
We did.
Fuck you.
I'm mean, we're at 800 XP.
Yeah, you're very close. Very, very close. Gentlemen. Sorry, Reese. With the 31, you successfully managed to maintain the bearing and catching the wind at a perfect angle. That, based on your estimation, you should be able to catch up with the fleet either at the city of Lydra or just after it. You might have just missed them. It should take maybe a day's travel to catch up with them. Yeah, you're covering a day and what they do in 2.
Fair.
Well, Ramya, will we catch them before they reach the city?
Just about. I might be a little bit behind, but I'll do my best.
If we can get there earlier, I would very much appreciate that.
Earlier, okay. I'm
just
kind of...
just ahead of them, so we can welcome them into the city after they fired upon us for leaving.
Yes. We have to make sure that they know the fact that we didn't desert them. We just replaced them for a better model.
Yeah.
No. They have to know that we're better than them. That Tooth and Lead is the true mercenary company that they can rely on and should hire.
I'm still trying to work out how this ship fully works. Still, working my way through the instruction manual.
Well,
I'll see
can
what I
work
can
it out.
Google,
I'm
and
sure you can. So
I might be able to squeeze a bit more juice out of it. We'll see.
if I can pedal to make it go faster, if I can row, I'll do it. Just so I can stand there with a shake-eating grin. God, be so worth it.
I can shovel the coal.
I see any black smoke, so I don't think it takes.
I thought it was smokeless coal.
What does this thing run on?
And that's the question. Would you like to go down to the engine room?
I would.
I will go too because I'm curious.
Yes. You're pretty sure that if you want to actually assign one of the B team to actually take
Yes, the souls of the dead. Excellent. I love it.
you can do so. However, unless there is a massive change in the winds, you shouldn't lose any direction or
Can we assign the goth chick to it? Because let's not assign Korax.
I was about to say her.
Morgan, no worries, absolutely.
Yeah. Nox's lass is too busy looking at Nox. Korax is too busy sharpening his axe and doing push-ups.
And the tree lady is too busy pruning her tree.
I don't trust her to not merge with the fucking steering wheel, so we'll find her locked in like fucking R2-D2 into a fucking starfighter.
God, that's the sound your ship makes when it goes in for a time bomb.
Oh god.
Okay, that's got it done.
That's just Korax's war cry. It's not actually the ship.
That's just why you're on the fucking cannon.
You scared. You go, the fuck was that? The ship's silence.
He's the broadside.
What did he even do? Anything? That's just Korax. Just
so yeah, you assign Margie to the steering wheel. She's a bit confused as to it, but she's keen to actually give it a go.
You're the best of the B team for this job. Look at your compatriots.
Point taken.
Now, they're all excellent. Don't get me wrong, but we need a cool head to take charge while Ramya's poking around down here.
Understood. I'll promise not to crash us in the 10 minutes.
Excellent.
Just make sure the wheel doesn't move too much. You don't really need to do anything. Just
Understood. Well then. Takes up the wheel. You see her like a demonic fucking raven familiar thing just like hop down her arm and onto the steering wheel.
Does it fly back when it hops off her?
No, because they were in the captain's the control room right now, which is actually
it's like a
sealed. Yeah. No.
I was waiting for the raven just to hop and.
No, so it hops down onto the steering wheel, perches its legs in like a fucking weird, like curled angle sideways around like the top, like knob, and it just like it's horrifying to look at.
Man, I hate that shit. I don't trust them.
But she's happy to like take steering wheel, and she seems pretty content. So
Yes.
So yes, everybody's still here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just changing the lights.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
all.
of course, actually.
So you all head down below deck and navigate the short corridors into the into the engine room.
So,
And
here's the important thing. Never mind what this thing runs on. Who's claiming the captain's quarters?
Well, personally, I think it should be me, given that I'm the one who knows how to fly this ship.
I think that's a bit unfair, but having Nox and
Layla.
what sort of socks?
uh,
Layla, sharing a wee bunk?
I won't lose any sleep over it.
Neither will I, but
Neither will I.
I felt it. Oh well, that's alright then. Suit yourselves. You all seem content, so I'll leave it at that.
yeah, without wonderful. What I recommend is I would recommend making a new column in the jobs Excel, but for ship positions.
See, is that under general party notes, Nathan, or is that
No, that's a
that's
spreadsheet.
your own spreadsheet, isn't it?
It's my
Yes.
own special spreadsheet.
Yes.
So I'd recommend doing that, Nathan. Just sort of some confusion. So yes, you all head down the corridors into the engine room and the operating facilities of the ship. And what you find is a series of devices that are very, very strange to look at. The main thing in the center of this room, massive like spherical like concave area, and in the center is like a floating. You guys play Mass Effect?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Mass Effect. Uh,
Oh, it's the
uh,
it's the reactor to Mass Effect.
Like
yeah.
like on the Normandy or like a relay? Do you mean like the big?
Uh, from the Normandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially.
Ah,
Uh, is that it, or am I? Yes.
lovely. Techno sorcery beyond my understanding. Love to see it.
Essentially, there was a lot of like tubes and wires like going out from it. Let me copy and paste it into the actual Pathfinder. So, essentially that. But around it, you're also noticing that there are several segmented, like curved rectangular beams that seem to be just like spinning around it, and you can see like blue like electricity like lancing into it and out of it around the sphere. It's consistently generating sort of like
How
I
much
need to.
magic am I seeing down here, Sean? Like, am I blinded when I look at this thing, or
so when you look at it, essentially what you're seeing is that the tubes leading into the sides of the actual like structure of the ship, they seem to be actual like pulsating magic and transfer magic into the core itself. And strangely enough, okay, so sorry, the actual sphere itself seems to be almost exploding out with arcane energy. Of just literally every single type. It's just raw magic. Uh,
Mhm.
the actual bars that you're seeing like floating around it, they seem to be bleeding off energy. Like there's just like a steady, like wispy magical energy emanating off of them, and you're realizing, thinking to yourself, those things might actually be keeping it from exploding.
Interesting. Okay.
So don't fuck with the actual like spinning, floating bars going around it. Don't.
Do you convey this information?
Oh yeah, I'd say it all out loud. Just
Correct me if I'm wrong. I do have an actual like instruction manual for this ship, right?
yeah, you got the owner's manual, didn't
I can't remember. I couldn't remember if I did. Oh, okay. Um, and if I recall,
Yeah.
did I? Am I misremembering, or did I ask the giant queen to translate it into common for me?
You did.
You did. You actually did. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, can I flick through it just to see, like, is there a section that describes how this engine, for lack of a better word, works?
Yeah, absolutely. So based on the instruction manual, what you were able to read is that those tubes that are going into the sphere from the actual structure of the ship. You didn't see it yourself boarding it because you weren't really looking for it, but on the undersides of the ship, there seem to be two sets of like circular panels lining the underside of it. Half of them seem to be conductors, and the other half seem to be repulsors. Essentially, half of them sucking in the ambient magical energy, friend, pumping it into the core, and then the rest of it, once the actual magic is like, how would I put it? Essentially like, spun up and like hyper engaged, essentially. Like they're essentially like taking it from the ether, uh turning it into how do I put it? Material, like changing its planar like alignment, essentially from material to material.
Okay.
And pumping that energy back out into the other set of the circles, and that is propelling the thing up into the air.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And the other half Brown described, but the actual bars he seemed to be
oh,
actually pretty
when you say they like absorb just like ambient magic, do you mean like ambient magic that is on this plane, or like literally magic in the air around us right this second, or
That's the thing. It's very unclear about that point. You're able to maybe guess that it's more than likely etheric magical energy because it's like converting it. But the actual instruction manual does not explain how it does that. How it's like these are material panels, but they're actually hooked into the ethereal plane, and how it's like converting that energy into material. Magic is magic. It doesn't explain these minutiae. It's more just explaining the process itself.
mm,
Yeah. It's like it's explaining to you, okay, your part of your computer does this, your part of your computer does that, but not how these bits of the computer are built.
It doesn't tell you how electrons flow through circuitry.
Essentially, yeah,
okay?
yeah.
If I'm reading this right, there's some components underneath the ship that like absorb magical energy, and that's converted in this core and pushed out through some other components to like make this ship fly. So I'm wondering, is there a way if you could like, is there perhaps a way to like try and sail through heavily magic areas to go faster? I wonder if that's a thing. Brandon, do you see magic in the air around, generally speaking?
Oh, fucking loads of it.
I have.
Not, I don't mean in this room, but like I just mean like out on the deck, like in the air. Is there
It's
magic?
not generally, no. It's not usually concentrated enough that I can actually see it.
I
It has to be
have.
quite high magic concentration for that.
I have questions.
Okay.
The device at the bottom of the ship.
Yes,
It absorbs magic.
yes, it seems that way.
Can you make it absorb more magic?
Well, that's what I'm wondering if there's a way to
Well,
like
certainly if you're
sailing in like, into a current on the sea. I
I'm
wonder
well,
if that's
it's
I'm
a thing we can
thinking
do.
I'm thinking more along the lines of park it on top of a necromancer and then turn it on very high.
well, I'm not sure where we would get the necromancer, but
We're
it
going to
sounds more like fishing, right?
we're going to
Right.
find one.
I don't think putting us in a high magic area would make the ship go faster, if that makes sense. I just think it would make it just make it gather magic faster. Like if you go fishing and you know there's a lot of fish in an area, you'll catch more fish than you go just somewhere where there's just the general ocean.
I think it's more akin to currents in the ocean, though.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. It doesn't seem that way to me, but maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Like it seems like this thing just absorbs magic ambiently from the air, just generally. So if you're in a high concentration area of magic, which are quite few and far between, it would absorb a lot more efficiently. You get a lot more. I don't know if that make the engines work any better. I could be
But
wrong.
but what I'm asking is if we wanted to destroy a magical creature, for example, could we use
I'm
this
not.
for that?
I'm not sure it works like that exactly.
Could you make
I
it
don't
work
think
like that?
don't think destroy would work.
This is
Um,
this
I'm
is
sorry.
technology that is well beyond my comprehension. It's not
Yeah.
something I want to tinker with.
I'm not sure how much magic it's using.
At least it's not something I want to tinker with whilst we are en route to a very dangerous mission. Perhaps after we
Exactly.
finished and go back home and we park the ship on the ground,
Hmm.
then maybe I'll tinker. But
I mean,
but not right now.
the ship itself seems very fairly efficient. Like I can't see it actually sucking an area dry of magic. It doesn't seem like it
No,
uses
I don't think that's the way it works
that
exactly.
much. So I don't think you could put like a necromancer under it and like suck him dry of mana. I don't. But maybe you could after a number of years, perhaps. But it certainly wouldn't be a quick solution.
No, I don't think so. Again, it's something we could test when we get. I mean, the next time we land, Brandon, if you just walk underneath and feel yourself get weaker, then we'll know. But
Yeah.
I can't see. This doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would absorb magic out of
No,
things.
it seems like it's ambient magic around. But
Yeah,
perhaps sorcerers would be more effective. Wild magic users. But maybe my spells would be weaker if I cast a spell under it. But I don't see it like absorbing my life force or anything like that.
no, I don't think that works like that.
My second question:
Hmm.
can we scuttle this ship if we need to?
No.
Why would we?
If we were boarded, for example.
I refuse to let this artifact be scuttled.
If we were boarded and if things were going very poorly and it was a we're going to die situation, then yes, I'm sure that this drive system here could be overloaded somehow.
Good.
But that's
Yeah,
that's very very much it's you're the last person standing, everybody else is dead kind of situation.
How?
Well, I don't even think it could be done quickly like that.
Good.
If-
Also
Like if you
good.
take the core, you can overload that by taking out those pillars, those rods that seem to be cooling it down. Take those out, the thing would overheat. But I'm sure that would take more time than you probably have if you wish to overload the core in that case.
I'm not sure. I mean, this whole thing. Can I make like an engineering roll?
Yeah, of course. I would like to look. Where are you trying to get at, my man?
From my knowledge of technology and engineering, I'm trying to glean, like, from what I've read in the manual and from what Brandon has said about these rods and whatnot.
Mhm.
I'm trying to gauge roughly, like, how how
How quickly the
how
thing
how
will be made.
unstable it could be made and how quickly. Like, if looking at it, it's like a. I'm trying to think of the words, but I can't. But if I look at this and I'm like, oh yeah, if you just you pulled that pipe out and pulled that pipe out, give this thing a good old smack.
Yeah, how delicate is this thing?
Yeah, like how.
Yeah, it's this
Yeah.
sort of thing where it's like you get a particle. Oh, very nice. Is this sort of thing where you get a particle of dust on it and the whole thing's fucked, or is it the sort of thing you could throw a wrench at and it'll just bounce the wrench back at you and it'll be fine?
Yeah, like is it a modern day iPhone or a Nokia?
Oh, that's a good comparison. Well, it's fantastic that you've critted on that.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. So,
It's nice to be good at what I'm good at.
hell yeah. So, what you would be able to tell, based on your understanding of engineering and corroborating that information with the data in front of you via the manual, is that this core is probably made of some adamantine steel composite, which by itself is very, very sturdy. Like you would need very specialized weaponry to breach this core.
Mhm.
That is probably not where the danger would lie. It's more just the actual containment of energy that is the more dangerous part. Because you crit as well, I will say, from your understanding, if you were to say remove these like floating sections that are bleeding off the energy. There's about like I say half a dozen, I would say, floating around it. If you just say remove one of these, the others would try to compensate
Mm.
for that lack of space. If you were to remove more than three, the system would be fucked and it would slowly begin to like overload as it's not able to bleed out the energy fast enough.
Mm.
At which point it will. What you are thinking, you want to coin the term something like something supposed to cascade or some shit like that. Like,
Mm.
yeah, essentially it will cause like a recycling effect and it'll just essentially explode. Um, if something was breached on the core, none of the pillars would matter. It would be over at that point because
Yeah.
the actual energy is escaping far too fucking rapidly, and just it would be like a stream of hot steam on your hand, essentially, but in a
Okay.
matter of sense, and you're so
Yeah.
not a good time. Not a good time.
Okay.
You could probably like with some with like maybe a day's downtime, probably figure out like to jury rig this that you could make it explode if you wanted to, like at like a moment's notice.
Uh,
You could. You think it's not that you would. You think that you could.
I think that I could. That's enough for me.
Hmm.
I relay the vast majority of that. Yeah, the core is made of some kind of adamantium composite. It's not exactly breachable, unless anyone's hiding some, legendary weapons of some kind. But yeah, you're right, Brandon. Those rods, removing a few of those would cause it to overload. Probably not instantly, but if it's overloading, it's overloading. Once that process begins, there's no stopping it.
Could we put more like pylons in to potentially stop it? Like, if we had more pylons, could we heat it up more and make it more powerful?
Based on your engineering check, Ramya, you'd say it's possible. However, it's probably some magical technique that like none of you know of how to actually get these.
Install them and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah. Like you have to say the sacred rites of binding or some shit like that. None of you actually know that. You know.
It's possible to do that, but without a Cordaic who knows how this system even. I don't even know how those things are spinning. Uh, the actual installation process is. I. Unless.
Just knowing that it's possible is enough.
It's possible.
There's plenty more Cordaic runes to explore, and I'll find them.
Perhaps something. It's something I could look into when we return. I'd be able
I
to
think there's a lot to look into in this fine vessel when we return, Ramya. But we also do have to do some work from time to time, so
I might be able to speak with some people and perhaps with the Tinkerers Guild. Perhaps building some kind of device that not dampens magic, but somewhat similar device that absorbs magic in some way might do the trick.
that sounds like a good idea. I don't see why we couldn't look into it when we're back.
You replace the power supply in your PC with a water wheel.
I mean, basically.
While you're doing
I guess I'm going to do some water cooling. I just plug a hose into the back of the PC.
Nux, could I possibly get a survival check from you, please?
Sorry, do I have to fucking? Am I fighting to stay awake from this bullshit talk?
I mean, if you want to include that in the check as well,
25.
you absolutely can.
Well, what's wrong with me? What's happening? I need the survival check.
25. So,
Hello?
you notice, as a hobgoblin, there are a few things that you are aware of. And this is aside from your training as a gunslinger, which we will get to soon.
All threats at all times. Money.
Exactly. Yeah.
The number of fingers people have.
And elf magic. Arcane magic in Hobgoblin society is, in general, referred to as elf magic. Okay?
Yeah,
It's
that
bullshit.
makes sense.
Bullshit. Doesn't make any sense. They cheat. Okay, and they
This is exactly how I've treated magic with Nox, so that I'm happy with this.
Yes. This is Elf Magic Central. This reverberates wrongly in your bones where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because you know for a fact that you can't control it. And more so than that, Brandon, you would be aware of this due to your arcane sense, but Nox, you would have like an innate personal feeling of this, of the waves of magical energy that are like flowing over you right now. It feels like someone is like slowly like pouring a bucket of dirty water over you. Brandon, this just feels like it's sick. You feel like you're riding the waves, bro.
Yeah,
You're
loving
great
it.
time.
Fucking great
No,
time.
yeah, Nox, you feel dirty being in here. It feels like you feel sticky almost in this area. That is what you get. That's the first half of this check. Second half of this is your instincts as a gunslinger start to kick in,
Okay.
and you start to pick out firing solutions in this area. Actually, what you're able to tell is that not only is the actual area that you're in right now, so essentially it's like a sort of angle. So it's like you come in from the top here. Where's the fuck that? There. Come in from the top here, and it's sort of like a split walkway. You go around the wall, and
Yep.
then you go to a catway towards the core itself. You think you'd be able to set up a very satisfactory firing like cone of fire for taking out threats entering into this area based on that one entrance point. And then you start thinking to yourself, I need evac points. There's no way I'm going to be stuck in this place and fucking die. Bullshit, I'm down into elf magic. And then you like start piecing together what you have gleaned over your shoulder from like Ramia's like she's had like blueprints of the actual ship, laying out the actual like of the layout of the ship. You think to yourself, there's like enough space in between the walls that you could actually maneuver around, probably. And with some searching, you're pretty sure you'd be able to find some actual like hidden compartments where you could like get in and around the ship unnoticed. Some parts you have to like shimmy, some parts you would have to crawl, you might have to climb up into some of the vents.
So what you're
But
saying is, I'm in the goddamn walls.
you're at the goddamn walls. Yeah, you're pretty sure you could actually like find a way that you could like climb through the ship unnoticed by anyone with a fair enough stealth check. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's he posted?
Fucking Amogus.
No,
Second that no one's watching, I'm gonna try that shit.
no worries. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Okay, so anything else?
I can't wait for him to nutty putty himself.
Nutty putty cave myself. Fuck it. I would never nutty putty cave myself. I always have I always have at least one rifle pointed directly at my chin at all times. The second, if Nox gets his fucking ankle caught in a cobblestone, he's gonna kill himself.
Hold on. Does Nox have like six fucking horse cleavers on him at all times?
Yeah.
He's going to fall through one of those vents and get fucking blitzed by the horse cleavers on his fucking belt.
Yeah. If I'm ever put into a magnet, I'm fucking dead. You don't even know, man.
Fuck! I should have made this area magnetized. Oh fuck! That would have been funny.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a
Oh.
dead MRI.
All of Nox's gold teeth just fucking.
Yeah, I would like to yeah, the second I we'll return upstairs and stuff, I'll go for a little wander, or I'll try and nutty potty myself. Just to see if I see anything interesting, you know.
Understood. You proceed to try to nutty potty yourself through this. Could I get an acrobatics check, please, to see how
That's no
well?
problem
Yeah,
at all.
for basically squeezing and stuff like that. Just to see how well you initially
34.
fucking brilliantly. In fact, I think that's a crit. Yeah, yeah. The DC
Oh.
is 24. Right, 24 right now for your level is the standard DC. So yeah, no problem to you. You're able to basically like a cat or a fungus finding its way through a maze. You are able to definitely maneuver your way through the ship, and within less than 2 minutes, you're able to find yourself from one side of the ship to the other without being noticed by anyone.
Perfect.
You're very proud of yourself.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Does he just slink off while me and Brandon are chatting?
Probably,
essentially. Yeah.
Don't even
Fucking-
notice.
fucking Corax is sitting cleaning his blade. I fall from the ceiling, land on a deck plate behind him, and the deck plate does a complete flip, flipping me under the floor, and he just turns around and goes, huh?
What is this Scooby-Doo shit?
That's good, actually. 100%.
All he hears is,
Yeah. Run!
yeah.
Okay.
10
Yes.
out of 10.
Anything else you boys would like to examine with this engine room, or would you like to have a look around elsewhere?
Does it have
I just
anything
have
else?
like a
Fucking shit.
like a we explore around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fair dues.
Not that I understand much of anything down here, but yeah, I might get a good general layout of what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Does it
Fair
have a
dues.
fucking mass replicator? Is there anything else too advanced on this fucking ship?
No, it doesn't have a mass replicator,
God.
thankfully. But as you are walking around, I imagine Nox, you do eventually. You are like a fucking xenomorph, following these guys up in the vents, like above them, stalking them, or you do drop down and join them. I don't know, to yourself.
I dropped down out of a vent behind them before they noticed.
Yeah, the guys Nox is back.
10 out of 10. Just
Fucking unbreakable. Um,
Didn't notice him leave, didn't notice him appear.
yeah, as you guys are wandering around, you do eventually find that there are some of those tubes from the actual core that seem to be going out to the back of the ship, and you think, oh, this must be where that emergency boost thing that you found in the manual was described, Ryan.
Hey.
Read through the manual, essentially what from what you understand, the energy is, once you pull the lever, Kronk, the lead off things, the pillars are essentially, they attach to the core, suck up as much energy as they can maximally store at that time, and then they immediately all detach at the same time, releasing a massive amount of energy, which essentially boosts the ship forward.
Does it say like roughly how long that lasts for?
It's last.
Or is it like a maneuverable in like a dogfight kind of situation tactic?
It's more like, from what you're able to understand, it's more like an emergency get out of the situation or get to a situation quick maneuver.
Okay.
It's not exactly it's not exact on how long it lasts for, but it says it.
Like we're talking minutes instead of hours.
Yeah, we're talking minutes to hours. We're talking
Yeah.
like in between 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be very variable and depends mostly on the energy collected,
Yeah.
the weather, the air resistance, stuff like that.
Does it say how frequently it can be done? Like how long's the cooldown for it to be done again?
It seems to be the cooldown is the same as the interplanar sails, which is 1 day.
Okay.
And how far can the interplanar sails take us again?
What do you mean? How far they can?
Oh no, sorry. So interplanar sails take us to another plane of existence, but there's no actual travel in that. It's traveling to a different plane, but it's not traveling a distance.
Yes.
Okay, but if we travel in the interstellar, when we go to the interstellar plane and then travel for a distance and then come out of the interstellar plane, are we traveling the same distance?
That depends, because you are going to be going on the astral plane, and that depends.
Well, if we travel to the Nether, Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, is that what's happening? Are we doing a warp? If that's what's happening, Sean?
It could be if nothing goes wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
But that is also 1 day thing, 1 day cooldown, and that is either way. Just a use of it is 1 day.
Let's leave that for
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously.
Yeah, no, if we were traveling somewhere like weeks and weeks away, then it's definitely something to play around with.
Yeah.
But like I think right now, on this current expedition, let's not get too fucky.
Yeah. You got like what, fucking 20 hours until you catch up with the fleet, apparently. You're fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Make it 15 so we can laugh at them.
I mean, that is sort of a case where you can use the boost if you want to make sure you catch up with them.
I was about to say, does the manual, does it at all specify how much of a boost it gives, or is it just like a, in case of emergency, pull lever?
It just says fast.
double your speed.
Double.
It. Hey, we'll be there
Interesting.
2 days beforehand. Gonna be
Yeah.
gonna arrive before we leave.
Okay, that will save some time then.
So what you're able to understand from the manual is once you engage it, there is an emergency release system which brings all the sails in to a closed state, and the ship relies entirely on the
Mm,
engine boost.
okay.
Yeah. So
Alright.
that's what I'd say.
Does the ship have any kind of intercom system?
Not that you're aware of.
It's
No.
called yelling.
Okay, I shall yell loudly then.
Yeah. It's so basically you will go to the captain's quarters. You will it's take your head down the hallway and you go. Then one of the people down below will go, "What are you doing?" And you say you're yelping it.
Fuck you. It's pretty
I
good.
yelp.
Anyway,
Ah.
I go to the control room. I relieve Morrigan of her duties,
Okay.
and then I yell for the whole ship to hear.
Mhm. Yeah.
Attention, everyone! I'm going to engage the boost system of the vessel. I don't know exactly how fast we're about to go, so please hold on to something just in case.
I,
Okay.
After I
okay.
hear a couple of okay, I'll.
I would like to stand in redaction and light my pipe.
Yep.
I would like
And
to.
You have a foot up like Captain Morgan.
oh yes, oh yes.
Yep.
I would like to
Okay.
tie myself to something, please.
Not later.
No, I go to Layla. I tie
Like
myself down next to her, and I just sit and I offer her a rope. She doesn't take it. She doesn't have to.
she looks at so I appreciate the offer, Species, but let's see how this plays out.
I tie my rope tighter.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
I will engage the emergency boost.
Okay. Cool. 1 second. Uh, um, you watch as you engage the flight, the power system. And you watch as the sails immediately begin to tie in, and there's a brief moment where you are purely just sailing through the air on nothing but momentum,
Oh
and you feel
God.
like you're about to begin to drop. And then it happens. The kick. Like a mule hitting you in the gut. You are punched forward. That Jeremy Clarkson image that you posted earlier, accurate for those of you on the deck.
Excellent.
Excellent.
The abjuration effect that you are all experiencing that is buffeting your persons from the wind is still in effect. However, it is now currently, and you can see this very clearly, Brandon, straining. It is with great difficulty keeping you all tied to the actual ship right now, and you can feel a slight push on your person as you are on the ship. Brandon, as you are just standing up, could you give me a fortitude save, please?
Of course I can.
This is Brandon right now.
35.
Fucking gulp.
Fucking
Mm-hmm.
35. Fucking hey boy, nice, good shit. Yeah, no, the wind hits you, and all you do, you just toes. Yeah, the wind whipping the tobacco out of your pipe, the wind blowing the smoke behind you, as the wind, as it like ripples through your fur, and you just feel so fucking majestic.
I turn around and go, this is the fastest a Basil has ever. Oh, nobody's here.
Yeah, no. So you see Brandon turn around and go.
I scream wordlessly at him. No, just ah. Layla's like, darling, calm down. I'm just ah.
So, Ramian, as you're the pilots, could you give me a crafting check, please?
Can do.
Actually,
Harry.
here I'm debating this.
Hmm.
Either a D30 plus 30 or a crafting check for the duration of this boost. So either last 31 minutes to an hour, or we can do a crafting check and see if that works. Of yourself.
Well, is the crafting check number just going to be the minutes? Because
Oh no! I'm still using the DCs for that. I'm going to do it accurately. As long as you don't fail, it's going to be bare minimum 30 minutes. If you critically success,
oh,
it's going
right,
to be
okay, I
45
get you now. I
to an hour.
was going to say that it's because a D30 plus 30 is going to be a higher number regardless.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
not
you
going
gotta
to-
do the crafting check.
Crafting check, because I mean, it
Crafting
hasn't
check.
let me down yet.
This is fair, bro.
I'm going to hero point that.
That's very fair.
Let's go.
There
That's
we go.
better.
There we go.
30. Okay, cool. It's not quite a crit, unfortunately. However, it is still much better than you were hoping for on your first try.
Sorry, wait, are we level 8, did someone say?
Yes.
We're at level 8, yes. Oh, wait, sorry, wait. Do you have level 9 on it?
I have level 7 on mine.
Oh, you're definitely level 8 then. So, wait, did you guys ding level 8 at the end of the last session?
We did,
No.
yes, we did. Because I have 0 XP level 8.
Nathan?
Oh,
fix
I have
that.
800 XP level 8. That'll be why then.
Yeah,
But
so you
see,
get that
see-
short checks. Yep.
Did I
So you're level 8.
upgrade anything to my level
I
8?
also had 800.
I haven't
at level.
upgraded anything for my level 8.
Same, then I don't think.
Neither have I.
Well, that's fine.
Let's do
This
that
is going to
quietly
be-
in the background.
This is going to be a short session. Don't worry about it. We're not going to be doing much. Okay. I don't even know if there's going to be any combat, honestly. It's more just going to be talking. So, yeah, feel free to do that shit in the background if you want, or leave it after the session. I don't care. Fuck yourself. Sorry, let me get some more music back on. Get. Back forward just a little. There we go. So, Rami, this ship is flying much better in this power boosted state than you were initially expecting. You're able to keep it level, keep your bearing almost exact, and nothing is seen to have gone wrong on in the actual firing of mechanisms for the first time this ship has actually been built. You all watch as the landscape around you begins to breeze past, just at lightning speed, far faster than you were ever expecting. You think with the speed you were going at, it will last for just over an hour, maybe 50 minutes, something like that. After that time, the speed of the ship is going to be doubled. So essentially, you guys, instead of getting there from 20 hours from now, it'll be more like 14, roughly.
Nice.
Excellent,
You're covering
excellent.
a lot of fucking distance in this time.
Mhm.
So yeah, blitzing past it, you all watch as the mossy obsidian pillars of the landscape below you just. Regardless, it is still a full country-sized area, so it's going to be taking a long time for you to get to the other side.
That's fine.
Yeah. After a while, until the time has passed and you feel the boost slowing down, Rami, you notice that it seems to be a button next to the steering wheel. There's basically a control pad which shows altitude, longitude, and general energy being produced by the core. There seems to be a button underneath it that is written in Jotun.
Okay.
You're
I think I can read that.
During Jotun. It's the release button, and it seems to be blinking a blue glow.
Okay. If I quickly glance at the manual, what does that mean?
From what you're able to tell, check the manual. Release sets.
Release seals.
Yes. From their locked position that they are in right now, that they automatically went in for the power boost.
So we've came out of this power boost and we just go. "Yeah."
Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry. Okay. No.
So if the sails aren't released, you're going to keep going that momentum, but on a slight decline.
When I start to feel the decline, sort of when it's more noticeable, I'll just hit the button now. Fuck it.
I mean, feel free.
It's clearly flashing for a reason.
Okay, Curtis. You feel a boost slow, like, and then you hit the sail, and then and like picks up the wind as the sail get
Excellent.
lifted into it, and begin the continued trajectory and speed that you were at previously. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So you've got essentially half a day of travel time left up in the clouds here before you eventually arrive at the city of Lydra and the great wall called Skyguard.
Mm.
Korax.
Aye! So,
I have noticed an issue.
tell you what it is, I'll kill.
It's not anything to kill Korax. If anything, it's more important than that. I look up the mast.
What about me killing my goats?
We aren't flying any colours, Korax.
Suppose you like. What would you have me do?
Flag? A banner of tooth and lead, or do we have to have one made Ramya?
Nox begins
we have-
looking through his fucking bag.
I mean,
I'm not sure we ever commissioned
have-
one.
No, I don't think so. I've always had this like in my little book of drawings. I've got this little preliminary sketch of like the badger claw with the bullets crossed because tooth and lead.
Perhaps it's time to commission one then in the next city we reach.
Yeah, we should.
One they need to fly away at colours.
There's a flagpole for a reason.
Nox is looking
This
through his
is-
bag.
Very true. You know for a fact that you have charcoal for dungeon delving. 60 bottles of whiskey, my god.
That's I didn't think we had one, Nox. It'll be alright. Put the sword of Akatane away. The dog can't find it up here.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I know we have a lot of stuff, Nox. Thank you for showing me that, but I don't think that's what we're looking for.
Let's go for a piss back in a second.
What the fuck? All the house for?
I don't know.
Implosion dust, flaming room, retrieval belt. Fucking Jesus Christ, brother. Fucking hell.
Surely, Brandon, would you not like the retrieval belt?
For what?
Wait, what does it do? You can put your... Wait, is Brandon's hammer one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Ah, never mind.
I don't think the hammer. It's like a bandolier, isn't it?
Yeah.
For like potions and throwing knives. It's not.
That's okay then, never mind.
It's not like I could store my hammer in there.
Yeah, that's a shame, because that would have been really good for you.
You can probably put grenades in it, Nox.
I will. I have a question, Sean. Do we get an additional archetype thing as well?
Yes, you can be it, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, free archetype fee. Which, remember, you can always just, you can swap into another archetype that you meet the prerequisites for, if you wish.
No. I will bring life to gods.
There you go.
You know, you have gotten enough stuff from medic that you are a very proficient healer. You don't have to stick with going medic if you do not. You don't have to feel pigeonholed, brother.
I can take Paragon Battle Medicine.
What the fuck does that do?
When you successfully use Battle Medicine, you can also reduce the target's sickened, enfeebled, or clumsy condition by 1.
Ooh.
If you are legendary in medicine, you can choose to reduce the target's frightened or stunned condition by 1 instead.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is indeed a thing, bro.
Graft Technician. Fascinating.
Oh yeah, one of the books, Hell of the Wild, grafting essentially is like the whole thing. You can graft gills onto yourself, night eyes, claws, tails, and later levels wings, essentially.
Fuck is implosion dust?
I don't know, it's in my inventory.
We have it.
Where do you have that? Implosion does lesser. What the fuck is it?
Do I have anything fun?
Or should you give like Nox all the random bullshit that doesn't sound
We do,
interesting?
yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of random bullshit.
Until eventually we're like, Nox, we need some random bullshit. And he's like, let me fucking root through the bag.
Which I enjoy doing greatly.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, I forgot I have these.
Um,
I made rocket boots one time.
Oh, hell yeah.
yep. Oh yeah. Bro, I'm surprised you've not like fucked with gadgets more. They're fucking weird. Really?
Well, these boots was my toe dipping into gadgets.
That's fair. Uh,
It's also because I keep forgetting to do it between sessions, and I don't want to sit and be like reading through the PDF during a session.
this is
Mhm.
very fair, man. Very, very fair.
It's the kind of thing where like if I thought about it in the time between, I would totally sit and just read, make a list of gadgets I want to make,
Mhm.
and that'd be all well and good. But
Mhm.
I tend to forget.
Mm.
Fucking gadget skates? You literally get heelys? Sick.
Pretty based.
That's good. Yeah, cool. Alright, so gentlemen, what time do you have on this ship? Is there anything you would like to do? You've got whole B team here, you've got Bela, you've got the whole rest of the B team, Octavius. You've got plenty of like space if you want to, go air fishing, I suppose. Cast and fly fish. Um, Up to yourselves. Or if you want to converse, or if you want to just like skip past it, feel free.
I just have one question. The ballista thing that Bela had made, or the big cannon thingy that Sheila plugs into,
Yes, that's yes.
is that currently, is that just chilling on the ship somewhere, or is that
That,
like installed on the ship?
that is currently in the cargo bay, I believe.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would like to maybe grab Bela, a couple of the BT maybe, and actually install that on the Pro,
Understood.
because we'll probably need it.
Gotcha. Okie dokie.
Is
Now,
that Dragon Head on the Pro?
yes, it is
Is that like,
ornamental
is that
reveal.
yes, but not what I was about to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Answer that one first.
Uh,
If you need me to put on visual fidelity goggles, I can, because I'm pretty sure that'll tell me what material it's made out of, which will
Yeah,
tell
go
me
for
if
it.
it's real.
Yeah, go for it.
I put on my visual fidelity goggles, which actually I think that's what they do. Unless I'm wait, or is that the monocle? I didn't write a description for these. I don't know what they do.
Visual
There's
fidelity.
something that tells me the properties of material or some shit. Or am I thinking of something else?
The visual fidelity feat, you found a way to hodgepodge combination of devices to enhance your visual abilities in every situation. Gain dark vision, low light vision, you can see invisible creatures, objects, translucent shapes.
That's what that is. Never mind.
Yeah. Uh,
Wait. I think I'm
I,
thinking of the.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
no, that's for building things. Never mind.
I absolutely believe you of something like that, 100%. So if that's the case, I will give you, just make me a
Or
simple crafting check.
put this way. I have a crafter's monocle that when I'm building or repairing things, in the monocle I can see labels on component parts.
Mm.
If I were to look at this dragon skull with the intention of doing something with it, would it pop up dragon skull, or would it pop up fake dragon skull?
Give me a quick, it's simple crafting check, please.
Sure, fake.
Not hard at all.
24.
24. Absolutely fine. When you like don your eyepiece and like just like you flip it down and it goes just like out 6 inches,
Yeah.
and you examine it, looking at the correlations of the skull at the front and the carvings into it, that's not something you can do with stone or wood. That is bone.
Excellent. Sick.
If any of you would like to possibly do a check to figure out what kind of dragon skull it is, that would be definitely a check you could do. But based on that crafting check, Reese, you would be able to figure out that drilling in something as substantial as the mounting for Sheila would
Oh,
probably crack and break it.
no, I wasn't. I didn't
Oh,
know.
sorry.
So,
Sorry.
the question I was originally going to ask
Yeah.
was, when standing on the deck, how high does that dragon skull come up?
Oh, okay. That only comes up to like the ankles, basically.
Perfect. So the cannon can be just installed right behind the skull and can shoot over it fine.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
That's all I
100%.
was wondering.
Yeah, it literally,
In case it was like head height.
yeah, essentially what it seems like is that the prow of the ship was inserted into the dragon skull, and the actual crown of it, it just comes up over the lip onto the actual deck.
Perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, because I want to install like right there, right at the head.
No worries, no worries at all. Would you like to like actually drill into it or keep the mounting on the deck? Up to yourself. Because there is
I think
a
yeah,
good,
fasten it to the deck, like
yeah,
drill it into the deck. Yeah.
yeah, because there's a good chance that this bone might shatter and come loose if you try to drill into it with the mounting.
Oh no, I definitely don't want to drill into the bone.
Yeah, good.
No, just
Uh,
into the wood's fine.
Of course. Well, that by itself, the whole operation is a very simple, like job. You get Bela and you get Korax, and you three of you, short stacks, heft the mounting onto your shoulders, and literally up through the corridors, out of the cargo hold, and onto the deck, and you all just like dunk it straight onto the front.
Excellent.
It's a very simple process. It will take you about, I'd say, about 30 minutes to basically get it set, make sure that it's not out of a wobbly, it's level, drill it in properly, make sure none of the actual wood paneling is going to come loose, all that sort of stuff. Basically, make sure your structural engineering skills aren't gone to waste. But yeah,
Okay.
after 30 minutes, it's installed correctly and sufficiently.
Quick follow-up question.
So,
Either side of the prow, what are these two like wooden things sticking out from the bottom?
those one you're looking at, they seem to be essentially mooring hooks, by the looks of it. Although they could possibly be used for other things, such as carrying cargo underneath them. There's actually four of them. The two at the front that you see are sticking out, and two directly underneath.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I do think
Uh,
as long as it's nothing like insane, it probably won't affect the actual balance of the ship.
oh no, it's fine. I was just wondering what they were.
But
Follow-up
yeah,
tertiary question. The two
just
ballista at the back, they are
uh,
there, right?
oh, they're absolutely there. Yes, they're
Um, they
yeah,
have
they're not.
bolts.
You can see that
Or
they do have bolts. However, the ammunition supply is very very low. Um,
okay, that's
as
what I
you,
wanted to ask. Was
yeah,
how much ammunition they have, if any.
yeah, you would say from a quick look, there's about 10 bolts each.
Okay.
Yeah, purely that the giants essentially pulled everything from the ship out of storage and just slotted it together. Nothing in this is something they made themselves.
Cool.
So the ballistas that the ammunition there, that is what they had in supply. So
Cool.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
But,
And then last thing, uh, could I just, um, you know, engineering check if required, or crafting check. Uh, do these ballista at the back, are they in any way comparable to like, normal human-made ballista or dwarven-made ballista, or are they like better in any way? The materials are used, are the bolts themselves in some way better than what like
I get what you're asking.
other modern current day races could make?
Um, Unfortunately, from what you understand, from what you looking over these things, no check required. They seem to be fairly bog standard ballista.
That's fine.
They've never got the elegance of elvish crafted materials, the sturdiness of dwarvish, but they don't have basically the boring mass-produced shit that humans do. They're a very very unique, beautiful Cordaic design, but they are just simple, sturdy ballista.
That's
And
perfectly fine.
yeah,
So
nothing
I'm confident I can very easily make more bolts for them.
Oh,
Like no
100%.
problem. They're not like some special like they're made with fucking unicorn feathers.
Yeah, they must
No,
whistle when they've fired.
of course, yes.
Oh, they fucking
Li-
better.
literally, all you would need to pay is just like the standard amount for basically just getting the actual size of the bolts to be the right size. Because obviously, like I said, they're not human made, so they wouldn't be
Yeah,
standard.
I couldn't. I don't know. I'd be happy enough to make them when we get back.
Exactly. Yeah. So all fine. No worries about that at all.
Cool. That's
Uh,
fine. That's fine then.
yeah. Cool.
That's me.
Nothing else pressing for yourself? No. Cool. You two? Anything you guys would like to fiddle around with the ship, or just kill the time
Ah,
away?
quite all right. Reading through the core deck books I took with me and smoking my pipe in the deck.
Of course, absolutely. No worries. Nox?
Skyfishing!
Okay, so,
I
Nox.
don't know why. The first thing that popped into my head is that he somehow manages to like attach a fishing line to a bullet.
Oh, that's a good point. We're using one on the ballista.
You better not be wasting the fucking ammo.
No, don't worry. We've tied a rope to the end of it.
Nox, give me a survival check, please.
What size of fish are you trying to catch here, my
The
guy?
big one. Can I do a crafting for this?
Okay, I would say yes, but survival will be easier.
Okay, so I'm an expert in survival, but I'm also an expert in crafting.
Expert in crafting?
Yeah.
You?
So I've got a 14 in survival, but a 16 in crafting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, I would have thought that would be completely opposite way around for you, but okie dokie,
Yeah,
go for
I
it.
might respec that crafting.
Yeah,
So I'll do
because
the
like
survival. I'll do the
you
survival.
don't really craft.
I
Like
don't
you get
craft,
like
yeah.
you
I pay
like
people to do that for me.
yeah you've got the munitions crafter feat at level 1, but I would say this, Nathan,
And the
as
secondary munitions crafter feat after that as well.
um what does that do?
It means I can make better ones.
Right, I was going to
I
say
never
like if you
do,
want,
but
I would say if he wants to respec those feats, considering you have ammunition that can be made made for you, uh, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay,
I'll
respecting is
consider
already respecting is already a thing in this
32.
game. No worries.
So
That is a crit.
as you're attaching the fucking gun to the front, me and a couple of the fucking other dickheads are doing this in the back.
You can see Nave, Korax, Layla with Nux watching him work. Nux, are you explaining your process to the B team at all of your mind, of your thought process of like what you're planning exactly, or?
So there are some big things out here that fly. And if you shoot one of them with this ballista, we'll be able to catch it, drag it back to the ship.
I mean, that sounds. It'll be fun, interesting, but is that a great idea?
What do you mean?
Um, one, are we looking for combat right now with something? Two, are we sure that anything big enough that this ballista won't immediately just pop will fit on the
Nox
ship?
just starts giggling.
um, Sweetie, you do. I'm not going to deter you from living your best life.
Okay.
I would just like my how would I put it? Concerns noted, please.
Okay. I have a look out
Gender
there.
noted and Julie ignored.
Noted and ignored
Mm-hmm.
indeed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see, Sean?
Okay. Did you roll me a perception check, please?
You got it, no problem.
So the survival check, you attach the ballista, the actual rope onto the ballista in a way that you were confident that were this to connect to anything, or even if it doesn't, you would be able to reel it in fairly easily. Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Dickhead spotted.
35. Okay.
Nox
Okay.
annihilates a pigeon.
Turns into a fine red mist.
Uh. Okay. Okay. So,
Hey, you're the one suggested Skyfishin, Sean. This is on you now.
You are the one that did suggest skyfishing.
I was not expecting him to do this. No. Okay. Nathan. Nox.
Mm-hmm.
As you perch your gun on top of the bliss tape and sort of look out around it, I was expecting him to get a fishing rod and like hang over the side and catch a bird.
What
You
am
should have
I,
known.
some kind of fairy?
Uh,
Nah, motherfucker.
okay, you know what? Actually, this could be
I'm deleting the sky wheel.
this could be very very funny. Okay, cool. Yeah. As you peer out, Nox, you see what looks to be a very large bird off the back of the ship.
Hold on
Fairly
a sec.
large.
Hold on a
You
sec.
think
Yeah, I've been fooled by this before. How large?
you think it might be the size of maybe a bull?
That's
With its
big enough.
its wingspan essentially like being about 15-20 feet.
That's big enough. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that one. All right.
Okay. Nox, could you take a shot for me, please, if you wish to do so?
No problem. Should I just use what am I using here for this?
I would say use. Let me have a look at the sheet. Basically, a basic ranged attack roll.
Now hold on a
Uh,
second here. You said this is a ballista, right?
yes,
So it's like a big crossbow.
yes,
I'm a master in crossbows.
yes, because we're bouncing. Yes, I'm right.
Excellent.
So basically, yeah, a basic ranged attack roll.
Okay, so where is that on this sheet?
So what I would do is I would just create a weapon real quick under ranged weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And then set everything to ranged, using your standard proficiencies for ranged weapons,
Okay.
with a +1 to attack.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay.
And name it, Shadow Drake Ballista.
Oh, is it shadow? I thought it was starred.
Was it Star Drake? Yes, Star Drake. Star Drake Ballista.
The
Star Drake, not Shadow Drake.
Star Drake Ballista. Okay, so rank master
Your
plus
item +1.
What's the range?
I would say.
Give
Let
me a
me
number that
actually.
you're gonna regret. I need a number you're gonna regret, Sean.
A good few 100 feet.
Ballista. There we go. Yeah. That can't be right. Okay, yeah. It is 150 feet.
150 feet? Yeah, that's alright.
That is the range increment. Yeah. So I can beyond that is -2. I can beyond 300 -2. Yep.
This is a advanced, yeah? Or is that a martial?
Marshall, I'll say. Yeah, first it's martial.
Martial and group is crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, damage?
4d12 piercing. With a, yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
give you a choice to change that answer.
That is the standard stat block for a ballista.
Are you
Why
sure?
would you want him to change that?
Okay, I just wanted an option to choose a different
We're
answer.
gonna need these to probably shoot at some fucking lindworm that's hounding our ass at some point.
That is also
Don't make
true.
him change
That
it.
is also true. Okay,
I'm going to reduce the damage. We don't one-shot the pigeon, for fuck's sake.
I shoot it.
Go for it.
30.
30. That hits. Yes, full on.
Is it a crit?
No.
Got the fucker!
Okay.
Stop calling it in!
It needs to now make a reflex saving throw. Okay, so well, 1d20 plus. What the fuck? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Reflex that. Okay. 18. Okay, and the DC 19 reflex. Okay, so you fire this thing right through its wing, okay, and then you see that it's like pierced it, and you begin to wrench it back. As you do so, you hear and very very scarily, this thing, instead of just being hooked and being pulled away, it spins counterclockwise, and it manages to thread the bolt out from under its wing. It tucks its wings in, barrel rolls, and splays its wings out straight. It flaps a bit to regain its balancing, and then it gazes up at you and begins barreling towards you.
Alright.
Roll me a initiative, please.
You got it. Oh yeah, I'll be over here. Shazam, 23.
Cute.
That's quite bad.
Okay. Great. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, Nox, you watch as this thing begins flapping its wings and barreling towards you. You see that it's like slightly ducking and diving, and it basically uses 3 actions to fly up and straight towards you.
I command my fellows to draw the bolt back in as I take a couple of shots with my rifle, please.
Oh, okay. You just take shots right from there. Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm
Go
not
for
gonna
it.
waste any of the fucking bolts.
Okay, no worries.
Alrighty, solar shellfire, please.
Uh,
24. Does a 24 hit?
24 just misses.
Interesting. Does a 29 hit?
29 does hit, yes.
Okay, so I reloaded in between those. And it's my turn.
Okay. There we go. Brand. Now, Nox. This thing. Give me a second. Let's see. I was not expecting you to just immediately do this, so I apologize for this. I really do.
What do you mean? You're the one that put the bird there.
You're right. I was more just not really expecting you to just be the way that you are, I suppose.
I need to do this.
Okay.
It keeps the session interesting.
You're absolutely right. It really does. Okay. And now I'm just going to check something else. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, as this thing uses 2 actions to fly up to you, Nathan, you notice something. It sort of like flies up and then flies alongside you. And then in the briefest moment just before you can take another shot, you notice something. There's a guy on that bird.
No, I seen that with a 35 in perception.
It's 36 hit.
Oh yeah, 36 hits, 100%.
This individual on the back of this, who you realize now is scaled. In fact, I will show you exactly what you have shot at.
Have we healed
Copy
from
it.
the last combat, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, the
We have
last
not
combat.
rested. We
The
have
last
not
combat
slept.
was.
Oh no, we
wasn't-
did. Yeah, it was like 3 days it took. Yeah, we've
Ah,
healed.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I forgot it
That-
took like 3 days to build the airship, didn't it?
That is what you see, Nathan.
God damn. Hold on a minute. Could I?
Best.
Hmm.
Interesting.
You think what I'm thinking, Paul?
I'm thinking something even funnier.
This individual holding onto
Oh,
the
no.
reins of this pteranodon throws a javelin at you from the back of it, and it hits directly into your side. Is that a crit, Nathan?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So that roll.
Sean, how fast would you say we're flying right now? Would you say like 60 feet around, 100 feet around?
You are at cruising speed right now, so you would probably be at 100 feet per round. Yeah.
Okay, just good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So that is. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me. Sorry, do that again. There you go. Okay, so you take 28 piercing damage.
Ah, fucking take that. I take that getting up.
The
As
nerds,
in-
the nerds at Pathfinder thought of what I was about to do. Fuckers.
Ah,
Oh no, what were you going to do?
I cast Featherfall on the bird.
have they specifically been like featherfall doesn't mean that the birds
Doesn't
aren't
affect
falling?
flying creatures, yeah.
That's fair. Son of a bitch.
Funny. Yeah. So this thing flies up alongside and chucks a javelin, bending it into your shoulder, and you spin for a second. Can I get a fortitude save, please?
Fortitude, no problem at all.
It would be a reflex to not fall off the fucking back of the boat.
It would be,
It's not
however,
the poison that's on the fucking spear.
correct.
Ah.
You're saving against the poison on that spear, on that javelin. Hits you in the shoulder, and you feel the toxins begin to flow into your system, but you like grit your teeth and you like shake it off. And just before his turn ends, you hear it's the individual on the back of this thing bark at you in a tongue you don't recognize, unless you speak Uruksi.
I speak Uktashi.
Otoshi?
Not even remotely
Oh,
similar.
yeah, Yusukai.
Isokai.
French, no, I speak German. Right.
That's rat folk, that is. As it like barks at, you hear Neve try to say something over the wind, but you just don't make her out before your turn begins. You're right, your turn, Neve. The ballista is now loaded, by the way. They uploaded it in the time
How
list.
fucked up does this bird look?
It looks bad, honestly. Bloodied.
Bloodied. It's gonna get bloodier when this fucking ballista bolt goes through it again.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, Verdus, go for it.
I mean, it could have flew over here and asked questions, but he refused to do so.
I mean, you shot first.
Yeah.
You validated the NAP.
If you shot me with a ballista, I would also be pretty annoyed.
Up to you, Nathan. Would Nox cease now that he has an actual combatant in front of him?
It would not cease.
I don't
That's a
think
very
he
good
would.
point. Can I hear put that?
Of course, absolutely.
33.
3, just under a crit. Fortunately. Sorry, brother.
That's fine.
Okay. This thing has to make another reflex save against this. And this time it is not going to do as well at all. Roll 20. 15. No. Uh, so you fire, but it dodges slightly, and instead of clipping its wing, it pierces its breastbone, just like making a gash at the front, but not actually piercing into its flesh. So yeah, that's you. There was one action. Shoot that.
Yep, I
Yep.
scream, redraw the bolt! As I fire with my shell flower.
Okay, go for it. Remember, this is multi-attack penalty.
Yep.
Good man. 25, that is a hit.
Look at that fucking damage, man.
7.
Truly
Get
pathetic.
shit on.
You're a gunslinger, man. Your damage is swinging. That's the point.
Yes,
Your
that's
damage is
fine.
swinging.
That's fine.
Yep.
I accept this burden.
Cool. And as you aim off the shellfire, you hit this thing domed in the side of the head, and you hear, and it begins to plummet to the earth. Is that the end of your turn, or would you like to do anything else with your last action? There's a free action to jump off the crossbow. What's that doing?
I'm so tempted to take out my grappling hook and shoot the guy.
You, bro.
No, I don't think I will.
Understood. Okie dokie. Yeah. So your last action, you just stand there and watch.
Yes.
Understood, brother. Okay.
Do I see him fall?
On his turn, you watch as this individual, first action, unbuckles himself from the bird. Second action, scrabbles up it as it begins falling. And third action, I'm going to actually have to make an athletics check for this. See if he can long jump and get onto the ship before he falls to his death.
Little does he know, he's jumping into the maw of Korax and Brandon. What a poor fucker.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, Okay, go. Oh, 20, 12, 23. You watch as he scrambles up, long jumps, leaps, and is just a few inches short. Nox, the choice is yours. There is no wrong answer.
Okay, I'll fucking
No,
grab
there's
him.
no wrong answer. It's up to Nox.
What do you do? What?
Well,
It's up to you, Nox. Would Nox save him? Would you like to gloat? Or would you like the satisfaction of watching your Defoe fall for you?
I think Nox has been changing and will continue to change. I think he would grab him.
Understood. Alright.
He would
As
just grab him, haul him onto the ship, immediately square up again.
Just cuts it. As this lizard folk leaps, just barely misses and begins to fall, grabbed onto its wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at him over the side of the ship as you're holding onto his frame. He's about like 5'6", I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Just shorter than you. Grab onto him and you're holding him over the side. Would you like to pull him up, or like you've got him at your mercy right now? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna haul him up.
Okay, I'm just picturing the look, the shit-eating grin on Nox's eyes as he looks down in this lizard folk's eyes for a split second before you haul him up. Just.
Athletics.
Yes, please. Thank you.
28.
I'll come up myself. Hold this individual.
Welcome
I'm
to
glad I'm in the control room.
You haul this individual on the ship. Just like onto the deck of the ship, on the back. After him, looks at him. like the gold helm with like the feathered horizontal crest on the top of his helm. You can just see this the through the slits in the helm, the red lizard eye is just darting back and forth, and he begins to reach for the sickle on the back of his on the back of his head.
Just go, hey, Ramya! I yell for Ramya.
Yeah?
What does this thing say?
Why don't I just walk out? What things? Where the fuck did he come from?
I killed his brother.
What do you mean you killed it?
Ramian, could you check a few things, please? Do you
Sorry?
speak lizard folk or Uruksi? I think is what the name of the language is in the book.
I do not.
Okay.
The closest thing I
Language you do not
speak
speak.
Is Draconic, I'm assuming?
is Draconic,
Okay.
which I'm going to try.
Okay. I believe. Do you not have a feat that you can try and communicate with someone if you don't share a language?
Ooh.
That does
Maybe.
sound like something you would have.
I
It
thought you
does
got.
sound like something I would have.
I thought that was something you got at like level 4 or 6 from linguist. I thought that you meant Ramya.
I didn't put in the full description for linguist.
No, you got a multilingual cipher.
Is that not just for doing?
Oh.
That's for like making a code using multiple languages.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anything that would help.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, up to yourself. You don't have anything off the top of your head, but you know Draconic, and you know and you have diplomacy, so you can try it if you want.
I tried Draconic, doing like the fucking oh my god, what's his name? Fucking guy in Jurassic World, the fucking
I thought you were going to be like, glory to Allah, peace be
yeah.
That makes me funny. God damn it.
Mohammed, Jihad.
Yeah, I try speaking about Draconic and see if he responds.
Yeah, produce. Yeah. Do you say anything particular, or just a general like we mean you no harm sort of thing?
Yeah. I understand, like as in Ramya understands that Draconic is probably not the language he's speaking because I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's
So I'm trying base Draconic words to see if there's any kind of like, like similarities, the way that like I don't know Greek and Latin have.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You say a few words in Draconic, and the reptilian individual for you darts to look at you and just goes, "This one." It replies in Draconic.
Ah, perfect.
This one killed the Rider of Skies. He owes me blood debt.
So Nox, what the fuck did you do?
Tell him we were going fishing. I didn't know that he was riding on the back of the bird. And we were hunting. We were
Okay.
hunting.
So you've essentially killed his steed. I don't know if he thought of us as a pet or whatever, but he is under the impression that you owe him a blood debt. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I say to the lizard folk in Draconic, my idiotic, stupid companion, with his very poor eyesight, didn't realize that you were riding upon. What did he call it?
What did the actual lizardman call it?
Yeah, what did he call his mount?
He called it the Rider of Skies.
Rider of Skies.
Yeah. Well,
He didn't know you were. He couldn't see you on it. He thought he was shooting just a large bird of sorts. He's
Hmm.
not very intelligent. He's very stupid. Please accept my apologies on behalf of my crew. What exactly does blood debt mean to you?
Sort of just like stiffens upright, his hand slowly coming away from the sickle at its back.
Progress.
This is not preempt attack. This was mistake.
Yes, mistake, accident. Not supposed to happen.
What's he saying?
Shh.
Shit.
I agree.
You
He talks too much. I agree.
you're able to pick out a few words in there. He's clearly speaking Rooksie.
I'm gonna learn the language by the time the session's done.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a new guy.
Yeah. The gist of what you just said there, hold your tongue or I'll take it from your mouth. You flaky skinned fuck. That's essentially what he said.
Aye, moisturize.
He looks at you. The Black Death. He has wronged me. He has stolen my mount. I have had it since I was hatchling.
I understand that there's not nothing could ever replace that.
Dear companion, friend.
What? Sorry, remind me. Where is it we're going?
Yes, I will show you off the map. Apologies. Oh, sorry, that was my mistake. Apologies. Okay. Maps drag you onto the world map. So essentially, where you guys are going, you've gone up from the coast here, Greenland. We're going up towards Skyguard and the city of Lydra.
Perfect. Yes. Who's there? Is that lizard folk?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
That is the interesting thing. Lizard folk are only normally found over to the far west in the Horseshoe Isle.
Oh.
What the fuck are you here, dickhead?
Historically speaking, that is an area that is just it's further so far south that it should be incredibly cold, but it's a completely humid jungle climate, incredibly dense with monsters the size of houses. It's very very strange, and with many explorers going there looking for secrets of the jungle and lost cities and temples of gold and shit like that. Some magical bullshit happening there, but yeah, he's very far out of his way.
Okay. That's okay. I understand that losing such an important part of your life is a lot. Can I ask what are you doing out here? Is there something we can help you with? We could give you that would in some way make up for this loss?
So like looks at you for a few seconds. I am scout on many. The whispers, the wind, dark magic happening north. We are told large force of pinkskins heading that way to disrupt dark magic.
Yes, we're part of that force. We're on our way. It's a necromancer named Haster.
What? It just spits. Necromancy. Evil.
I agree.
We were not certain of threat. I must report to priests. They may guide our way.
Correct. You come from the Horseshoe Isle, yes?
Please, your name, not mine, but yes.
What do you call it?
Kosiana, the land where time forgot. In your time.
Son of a bitch.
So, Koziana.
Yes, I will literally type it out for you now, so Nathan can't misspell it.
Kosiana.
Kosiana. Okay. Kosiana. Okay.
They meant not hostile. I merely scout.
Of course, we meant no hostilities towards you.
Sorry.
As I'm sure, to discover one of your kind here so far north is a surprise to all of us. It's not something we expected to find. Do your people have any kind of camp nearby, a base of sorts you're operating out of that we could drop you off at? Or do you have some other way of contacting your priests?
What is
Sorry?
what is direction, destination of ship?
We're heading to the Skyguard. City of Lydra, the big wall.
I have people there, priests who
Perfect.
can cast spells. If you take me there, I will-
Absolutely. It is the least that we can do.
Looks back at Nox. This will not be dealt, but I swear. And he takes a sickle, backhanding it, plus it's his chest. I will not skin flaky one in sleep. Hush. On my own.
Nox, mimic what he's doing with a gun or something, okay?
What is this? No, I need to
Just
know
do
what's
it, just
happening.
do it, just do it, Nox, please, just do it. You caused this fucking problem, just do what I say.
Take out a knife. Slice my hand.
Bloodletting. Extremes.
Is that not what he did? I thought he cut his arm and fucking did that. No! He took the sickle!
Nox
Oh,
Andy
fuck.
He's looted with his sword.
Oh!
Nox
He just put his sword across his chest, that was it.
Oh, that's way less cool. Okay.
Whips out his hand, just whoosh to.
Ah!
Both
No, I
Nox-
do.
both-
I mimic his act. I mimic his act.
No, it's funnier this way. Both Nox and Nathan were so checked out of whatever
Yeah, I was
this thing
so
was
paying
saying.
because like they don't know what they're saying. I mimic his action. I mimic his
Yeah,
action.
after you like slice your hand, you're like, yeah. Oh shit.
Okay, Nox,
Uh-huh.
he is not going to skin you, he says, even though you killed his pet mount thing,
All right.
and you are promising not to hurt him either.
All right.
We're taking him to Skyguard.
All right.
This is your fault.
That's fine.
We're only here because of what you did.
This is your awful. You watch as the folk sheets his sickle, walks up to you, Nox,
Mm-hmm.
looks up at you. Stunning. Goes into a pouch that he has, like, attached to his belt. Takes out what looks to be a few herbs. Breaks them up with his, like, claws. And then reaches up to the javelin wound that you have.
Okay.
You stop him.
No, I'm gonna watch intently.
He takes it, presses the herbs to your wound, licks his with 2 fingers, and just presses it against it. Holds it for like 2 seconds, and then it takes it away. Herbs stay, and you feel a soothing sensation. You regain 20 HP.
Handy little guy.
I reach into my bag of holding.
Oh god.
Oh no, he's just got explosives in there.
And I-
Bring out his
He just He pulls out a handgun.
Call a doctor, but not for me. I pull out a bottle of whiskey. I uncork it with my teeth and go, pooh. I take a big swig, and then offer it to him.
It's the bottle. Just like, it's like, but there's like reptilian tongue just flicks at it slightly. Hands it back to you, splurting and coughing, and walks towards the center of the deck, away from you. As it does so, turns to you. We are allies. And our allies. My name, Tenok.
Tanok. Nice to meet you. I am Ramya. The fellow you're having, the tall annoying one, is called Nox.
And Nox, you just watch last interaction before he walks away. Looks back at you, takes off the helm, and you can see underneath is a frilled red crest going up his back. Unfurls. Looks at you. Yes. And walks away.
Fuck's sake, Nox. And then I'm gonna walk towards wherever Brandon's sitting.
Anne's like at the front of the ship, sitting, smoking his pipe, just reading a book, nice and peaceful. Not a care in the world.
I imagine he's sitting, he sees it, like, looks up, sees a lizard folk, like, just walking along the middle of the deck, kind of goes,
chilling.
and just goes back to the book.
Must be strong pipe weed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Brandon.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm also going to find Brandon. I'm coming
It's
too
like-
for this interaction.
I see the fucking procession approach me, and I go, "Is everything all right? You don't usually seek me out unless there's a problem."
Find a new friend.
yeah.
I look at the pipe, so I wasn't seeing things.
No.
Yeah, there is a bit of, no, there is a problem.
Okay.
Nox, in his infinite wisdom, decided that he would, what was it, go fucking skyfishing?
Brandon
Turns
looks at
out,
you, he looks at Ramya, and
I shot a big bird, but this guy was on the back of it. He is upset that I killed his bird.
understandably so, he's had his, whatever his mount was since he was a hatchling, he said. I don't know how long ago that is, but probably a good few years.
I'm sure they don't live that long.
I was about to say, knowing how attached knights get to their steed,
This
I
is a
imagine
very
it's
similar
only
instance.
it's only stronger if you're flying the damn thing in the air. So, well, what does he want then? He didn't kill Nox, so I assume.
He wanted to. He
Well,
wanted what he called-
unsurprisingly, he joined the queue.
He wanted to exact a blood debt. I'm pretty sure that probably means killing Nox. But I
That's
managed.
can be
I
many things.
managed to talk him down. Tell him, this was just a misunderstanding, an accident.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't
Aye,
some kind of preemptive strike against the lizard folk.
right. And we could do that if you want to. I'm not against it personally.
One problem at a time. We'll deal with Haster, then we'll see. So he,
They
yeah.
come
So
back for shit, don't they?
they do. Yeah. He said that he and a bunch of other ones are scouting because they heard of a great darkness, a dark power in the north. Coincidence? I think not. And
Right.
they knew that a large force of
Hold on.
Hmm?
The Horseshoe Isle is in the west.
It is
Yes.
a long way away, yes.
Surely he's come more east than north.
I don't know where he's going exactly, but anyway,
Oh well.
they knew that we were like us, not lizards, have sent a large force there, and they're just scouting to see what's going on. essentially. I told him that yes, we're on our way to get rid of said necromancer.
Uh-huh.
He seemed quite happy with that. So clearly we're, enemy of my enemy kind of situation.
Okay.
Point is, I offered to take him to Skyguard because that's where we're going. And apparently he has some comrades there. That's
take
the
it-
long and short of it.
Has he settled the blood debt there? Is that forgotten about? Because it doesn't sound like the sort of thing you could just give the bloke a lift and it'll all be,
Yeah, I
sorry
don't know.
about that, all
It's-
forgotten now.
He's given his word that he's not going to skin Nox in his sleep. But that's
Always
probably
good.
just for the duration of this journey. I don't know what exactly will happen when we get to Skyguard.
If he's got friends in Skyguard, I imagine he'll want to exact his price when he's got a backup.
Probably.
Then why don't we kill him now?
I don't
No.
know why you didn't let him drop to the floor, but anyway.
I like making friends.
You caused this problem, Nox.
I mean, I know it worked with Bela, but that's a different scenario, Nox.
And the rat.
I don't think the lizard
with the
folk
rat as
are.
well.
Well, he was also controlled by a demon. The same with Bela. I don't think that the lizards are. I may be wrong. They might be controlled by a demon that we may have to kill, but I don't think they are. Well, not that I've heard, at least.
Long and the short of it, we go there, we talk to the priest, you do the magic things that you do with words to make them not angry at us. And
Yeah, I didn't
Then-
speak lizard, and to be honest, I don't know how they'd react to seeing me. I don't even think he did see
we
me.
give them some money or we do a job for them and then they leave us alone.
I'm a 6.5-foot badger or not.
That's what I'm hoping. Clearly, the lizard folk are riled up enough about Hastar as well that I'm hoping our involvement in displacing him should be enough to kind of have this just go away.
I mean,
He
would-
seemed very accepting once he learned that it was a mistake. His first assumption was that this was intentional, which I fucking hope it was, Nox. I hope this was an accident. You're not lying to me.
I wouldn't shoot a man off of his horse.
Well, no, that's just a barefaced lie.
I don't believe that.
I wouldn't shoot a
In fact,
man
that-
off of his horse with witnesses.
In fact, I believe I've seen you do both before.
This is
But anyway, I mean, I hope he settles the blood debt with just that. We're doing that anyway. However, I would be surprised. It does seem like a sort of personal blood debt. He's just sort of accepting that he's not going to murder Nox on the ship, because if he does, then we'll probably kill him. And
I'll have a conversation with him again, and I'll kind of try and find out exactly what blood debt means.
Yes. Ask him about his herbs as well.
But one thing at a time.
Yep, ask him that second, yes.
with his herbs.
Oh,
Yes,
he
herbs.
put some herbs onto a wound of Nox's.
Look at this. He stabbed me. It was poisoned as well. Definitely covered in his own shit. And look, I just brushed some of the herbs away and just like, mostly sealed up. I'm impressed.
Goblins always heal like rats anyway, so it doesn't shock me. But so, okay, all right. I guess you're just letting me know in case he tries to talk to me or something, and I throw him off the ship.
I don't think he will. He only seems to speak whatever the language of the lizard folk are and draconic, so thankfully I'm able to communicate with him, but
No, he seems to
I,
speak the common tongue with Nux, violence.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. Right. Well, personally, I don't see the issue. This is a personal matter between Nox and the lizard. I don't see why we should drag tooth and nail into this.
oh no, I fully agree. But I need to translate. So I kinda have to be involved. Otherwise, someone on the ship dies.
It's fine. They won't
To
find
be
his
honest-
body.
I don't know why the lizard ever made it onto the ship, but that's just me speaking.
How did he get on Nox?
He appealed to my better nature.
You have one of those.
Yes.
Did you do that? I thought you couldn't communicate.
I don't like seeing people die out of accident. If I want to
What about when you-
if I want to kill someone, I want it to be on purpose.
It doesn't explain how he got on the ship, but Nox.
I grabbed him.
Oh, so instead of letting him fall or pushing him, killing him on purpose, you decided to save him. So it wasn't an accident.
Yes. It has turned out well, though. We now have a lot
Less
more information.
ruthless in your time here, but also dumber somehow.
We haven't really learned. All we've really learned now the lizard folk might be mobilizing to do something, which we would find out when we get to Skyguard because they're already there.
If anything, well, Nox has pissed them off, but well, it doesn't seem like it's a major issue. It's just a steed at the end of the day. If he's just a scout, they must have hundreds of them, so he's pissed, but I don't think it's actually too big of a deal. It comes to the worst, we just throw him off the ship, and honestly, let the ground do the talking.
I would very much rather not do that.
That's why I would have done it and not even told you. He would never have made it onto the ship, Gramia.
And I'm the bad man.
Yes, you started this.
I saved his life. He is
So the one
alive
that
because
put
of
him
me.
in- I mean, you can't throw somebody off a bridge, grab them as they fall, and go, "I saved your life." You kind of put him in the mortal peril to begin with.
This is true.
Really? It doesn't even break even in my book. It's still worse.
But he is alive because of me. And I am happy for
Right?
this.
Because of you. So,
Let's get this creature to the city and then see what happens.
aye, there's nothing I can do about it now. You've made your bed and you got to lie in it, I guess. As long as he doesn't cause any trouble in the ship, you break anything, damage it, spit on it.
No, I don't.
He'll be fine.
think so. It's only a few more hours to the city anyway.
That's okay. I'm sure he can't do anything to fuck it up that badly. Yeah,
I'll keep an
that'll be
eye.
alright then. No, you stay away from him, Nox.
Yes, no, definitely. You stay the fuck away from him, Nox. Okay? Just you and Layla go to your bunk and just sit there for the rest of the journey.
Then I turn and walk away.
Skyfishin, Nox.
What was that, Paul?
Never mind then, alright.
No, what
He's done, I guess.
No, I didn't see you say anything until like I already said that. But
Skyfishing, anyway.
anything that can fly. Was hoping to get some good meat.
Using.
Ballista.
You used fucking what?
Here's the ballista.
To catch that, you need to use the ballista.
Hopefully a
A
big,
dragon?
hopefully a large bird like the one we killed.
We just got this ancient Codaic ship. And you go willy-nilly firing the fucking ballista on it.
Would you rather we not use the ballista and not know if it works?
I'd rather you didn't just play about with it.
wasn't playing, I was hunting.
I can't write that. And I walk away.
Well, I must say, congratulations, Nox. You've simultaneously pissed off a lizard and Ramia within the span of 10 minutes. I'm impressed.
I didn't even waste any ballista bolts. We still have the same one.
I mean, that's good.
Thank you.
I don't know how much ballista bolts cost, but you've probably saved us a couple of gold.
See? Profitable day's work.
Also, if you hadn't ever fired the ballista, we'd never have any worry of losing the bolts, so sort of cancels out. But yeah, whatever, you know, at least you had fun, I guess. You did get stabbed, but
Ah,
I'm sure Lyra will tell you after that as well.
I know a bit more about the effect.
Actually, that's 3 you've pissed off today. That's a hat trick. You've done alright.
I know more about the effective range of the ballista now as well. This is good.
I assume it's just like any other ballista then. A couple hundred feet.
I've never fired a ballista before, so
We made our own. We never test fire it.
I was not invited to such an activity.
Now that makes sense. Spent too much time in the woods, Nox, and in the fucking brothels to be any use doing that.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it.
And with that, boys, smart time passes. Ramian, as you get back to the command deck, just to add on to your frustration just slightly, you see that in the time that you've had to go and deal with the shenanigans happening at the back of the ship has slightly drifted off course, adding about 30 minutes to your journey.
It's fine.
Just it's almost inconsequential, but you know. Sorry, yes, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, where does Tannock go?
He sort of actually just goes on to the I can't remember the actual sailing terminology. The left-hand side of the ship. He basically just
Port.
port. Thank you. Basically just goes up to the port side of the deck and sits cross-legged. And he seems like
Does he have any reaction to seeing Brandon?
Did you have any reaction seeing him?
I bet I thought I was high, but apart from that,
Absolutely none. Doesn't even address you.
understandable.
Yep. He completely glazes over you.
That's fine.
Yeah, evidently this collection of fucking weirdos on the ship. He's just like, that's a thing, is what you're getting.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll leave him be.
He sits cross-legged, just on the edge, and basically has his helmet in his hands, and he's like looking down on it, and without even like saying anything, from what you can see that his mouth is like moving slightly. Don't know what he could be doing.
He probably is fucking mouth breather.
Could I? So after kind of like slightly course correcting,
Mhm.
could I call upon Morrigan? Hey Morrigan, dear, would you mind just just keeping there steady for like half an hour,
Oh, of course, boss lady. No worries at all.
and then I want to go find. I assume the giants gave us some like provisions and stuff, right?
Yeah, they did.
That's some food and stuff.
Do we have? So I want to grab some like. I'm
Actually,
assuming
we have loads of nice food. Because I remember I bought like a feast to put in the bag of holding before we came.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Excellent.
and it's perfectly preserved.
I want to grab some, like dried meat of some kind, like jerky type shit.
Okay.
Some like fruit,
Mhm.
and then some cooked meat. Sorry, I just said that.
Okay.
Some raw meat,
Mhm.
if we have any.
Yep, for what?
I want to grab these things
Okay.
and go to Tannock.
Mhm.
And hello, Tannock. Obviously, Intraconic.
So just he sort of stands up immediately, and you see like so he like puts his hands like this and bows to you.
I kind of mimic it back.
Peacemaker,
Um,
yeah. What can I do for you?
just going to sit cross-legged in front of him and put down this food. I brought you some food, but I don't know what lizard folk eat.
Just like sort of the banquet you essentially brought to him. Uh, all of this is lovely. Thank you.
Ah, excellent then.
And so just like takes a bit of the raw meat, slices off a bit with his tongue, just bleeds numbing into it.
Excellent. Don't want to be racist, and just bring raw meat.
Of
Like
course, yeah,
these
yeah.
guys could just eat fruit. I don't
You
know.
fucking savages. Yes, they just eat raw meat. He just like tastes it and just processes it for a second. What is slice on meat?
I think it's just salt, maybe.
Salt.
Like from the ocean, the taste from the ocean, the sea salt.
You put this on your meats. It
Yeah,
is
we
nice.
put on lots of food. It's good for it preserves food really well too.
My people, we also cook meat. We do not preserve them. It is a eat soon killed. But
What do you do if you're going on a long journey then?
very good hunters.
It's kind of based.
Yeah.
Um, I then wanted I want to proceed just essentially asking about um like Horseshoe Isle and like cultural questions and like
Yeah, absolutely.
just that kind of conversation with him.
Yeah, absolutely. So he gives you a very like he just a general overview of what society is like there. How there are mage priests that actually guide their society via the movements of the stars through predictions and generally guiding their culture as like how they assume things will be needed. Stars say a storm is coming. Bring in any supplies from the shore, be a hot summer, bask in the heat of the sun, sort of shit.
Yeah.
Uh, all sort of stuff. Very thriving hunter culture, hunter gatherer culture. They're very in tune with nature. They have just a myriad of beasts that they are commune with from hatchlings. They basically grow up alongside other beasts they own, and they sort of just uh, develop a bond like that. And yeah, that he doesn't say how many there is, but he does say that there are a large number of temple cities, as he calls them, hidden
Hmm.
within the isle, away from prying eyes.
Okay.
Once he says that, he then goes on to talk about that there is actually a human presence on Horseshoe Isle.
Oh, okay.
There's a small colony of people, apparently, and this is a thing that people have told, like sailors' wives' tales about stuff like that of people like barbarians, tribals that live on the jungle island. The way he tells it is that they came hundreds of years ago and they adapt to the climate and they have a thriving trade with them up to this very day. And in fact, they're some of the best fishermen on the entire island. So they actually do deals with them for nice collections of fish that they bring ashore.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah. So from that, yeah, that's basically just he gives you unprompted. Yeah. Anything else? Any particular details you'd be curious about?
Um. So, well, after he kind of tells me all that stuff, I then want to segue
Mhm.
into what exactly a blood debt is.
Uh, that's something what he does as well. Blood debts rare amongst my kind. What happen when severe wrong is done can be paid in several ways. A life, a service, or gold.
I see. Okay.
But it is not gold that must be, how you say, traded for. The gold must be part of you, from your family line, or gold you have shed blood to earn.
Gold you have shed blood to earn. Interesting.
This is common ways. Usually, it very rarely involves death, but with turns and looks and whatever. What is Nox doing at this point in time, by the way? Sorry.
I'm in the walls.
Can I ask, are you possibly circling around Tenok? Are you like keeping an eye on him, or are you just doing your own thing? Out of
I'm keeping an
curiosity.
eye. I'm keeping an eye.
Okay, then you probably overhear this.
I don't understand what they're saying though.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Right.
Doesn't matter.
He does say that your kind are not like us. I do not know your base. A life for a life seemed how you've responded based on my first interaction with you.
Well, there are some who would agree that life for a life is merited. That there's a common saying, an eye for an eye. But
You must have cultures of one eyes all around.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there some people believe that, but sometimes I think it's not always the best way. A wrong has been committed. That is true. And I think that once we get to Skyguard, we can find a way to settle it. Because I do personally think you are owed something at the very least.
Your words are understanding. I was not taught that your people, human. Are you human?
Oh no, I'm not human. I'm what's called a gnome.
No. I was never told of your people. But I truly know nothing of your ways, and I beg forgiveness for this.
Oh please no, there's nothing to forgive. Nox is the one who wronged you to begin with. It was a stupid, careless mistake.
Now, if you understood the word stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm happy with that.
I will not exact price until duty is done. You are wise and seek peace. On my scales and my hatch, I will stay my blade until you say otherwise.
Thank you. That means a lot. I would rather not any bloodshed occurs on my ship.
What you teach me, phrases in your tongue, so I may converse with Nox.
Of course, I'd be happy to teach you anything. And in exchange, if you wouldn't mind teaching me a little bit of your language, and then we wouldn't have to speak in Draconic all the time.
It is grating on ears. We have not dealt with dragons for many, many, many lifetimes,
Mm.
but their tongue persists upon the plaques of our cities. So
Oh.
we all know of it. But
Yeah,
you are
it's
right.
difficult for me to make the sounds.
It is inflection, I think, is what on the phrases I do not enjoy.
I agree.
A better tongue between us is desirable.
Yeah.
First lesson of literacy. Must use the tongue as much as possible. And then it just goes on to a whole spiel of inflections,
Excellent.
enunciation, stuff like that. Yeah. I would say, if you were to do another, you're a fast learner, you're very intelligent. So I'd say if you do one more day of downtime after you get off the ship with Tenno, I would say have the proficiency in lizard folk or
Let's fucking go. Another one under the belt.
There we go, boys.
Sorry, what's Ramia's full name? Ramia Pirate, gotta catch 'em all!
Pretty much, yeah. That is Rami's life goal. Learn every language.
Oh, fuck.
Become the ultimate polyglot.
As Ramya's leaving,
Yes.
could I be there waiting around a corner?
Sure, absolutely, yeah. Quite menacing, but yes, Rami, you're
No,
slightly
just
startled.
like having a sip.
I mean, there's a slight like from that escapes you as you
Is this
nod
like
there.
after I've had my language lesson essentially?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So what?
is there a way to fix this?
There is, lucky for you.
Hmm. So how do we fix this?
Oh, you actually want to fix it?
Sure.
He said that the blood debt can be paid in many ways. Sometimes with a life, but more often than not through services or gold.
Oh, that's fine then. We've got plenty of that.
I just stare at you.
You can take it out of my third.
You don't fucking get it, Nox. I just walk away.
Odd creature.
Nope.
Nope. I'll just wait to whatever lizard tribunal they want to run for this and then decide how much money I need to pay them.
Oh my god. Alright. So yeah. Brandon, anything you would like to do for the rest of the journey? Or shall we skip ahead? You guys are okay? Ending it nowish?
Yeah, I'm happy to skip ahead. Brandon's just reading through his books, enjoying the trip.
Okay, absolutely, no worries. Alright, gentlemen, let me just change the music.
He wants nothing to do with this fucking debacle.
Okay. As you all begin just resting up for the long journey that you have had, dealing with all the shit regarding the whatchamacallit, the lizard folk, the giants, everything. You are finally, as you're cresting over the horizon, the sun is beginning to set, and you see in the distance, not an hour's like travel time away, massive city, huge, not as big as Oslo, but still a bustling city, filled with probably thousands of people, braced against a gigantic wall that pierces the sky almost. We're talking 400 feet across, which stretches from the mountains to the west all the way to the ocean to the east. The green, fertile lands that you have been traveling over this point end on the other side of that wall. And beyond it, a blasted wasteland where you can see dead trees, skeletons of creatures long since felled, and a bleached landscape where nothing can thrive. That is generally the sight that you see.
Oh, damn. It's pretty
And
cool.
just at the bottom there, just aligning the walls of the of Skyguard, you can see most of the ships have departed from it. However, there is a handful that is still there, thankfully. Docked still for whatever reasons, provisions, repairs, whatever have you. You'll know next time as soon as you land.
Perfect. Perfect.
You're almost there, gentlemen. Very soon.
Good.
You get the
Wait,
Sky.
so most of the ships already left.
Yeah, I
The
thought
vast-
we'd arrive there
vast-
before them.
Sorry, yes, you boosted, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We
Oh, yeah,
boosted,
the
bro.
majority. But sorry, I retract what I said then. The majority of the ships are still
Haven't
there.
arrived.
Excellent.
Yes.
Or, wait, or did they get there before us still?
They. Well, not actually. As you are coming in and you're able to make out details of Skyguard, you see that several of the ships are already docked. However, the collection of the fleet is slowly but surely coming in dock at this point. You've arrived mere minutes after they have.
Ah, I did my best.
If it wasn't for Knox putting us that 30 minutes late.
Yeah. This is all your fault.
Didn't have to wait in queue to dock.
And yeah, next time, gentlemen, we're going to have a session of you guys navigating the politics of Lyra and Skyguard before taking off on the final leg of your journey towards the Scarlet.
Excellent.
Thank you much for this. I'm another session now.
Thank you very
Perfect.
much, John. That was excellent.
Very good.
Alright, good shit. I know it's been a long time, boys. I think that was a good return to board.
Oh, I'm gonna kill that Lizzo.
Over my fucking dead body.
Ooh,
After
boy.
all this, you're going to just murder him.
Nah, I'm just gonna offer him the blood debt, and then he can attempt to take it if he likes. Go ahead. Take it from me.
Make my day. Very fun, boys. It was good. It was
I
good.
love butting heads with Nox, it's so fun.
It's really good. It's a great fucking dynamic you have. Special thoughts, comments? If you guys are curious about that you want more explained about the ship, anything at all?
From the ship's capabilities so far, Sean,
Yes.
do I think it would have to follow the slow, boring route that was originally planned, or could it take the route with some chest hair?
I think it could definitely take the route with some chest hair. I'm not gonna lie, boys.
Okay. So if we look at the,
I don't know if we want to end up fighting Haster and a bunch of Lindworms by ourselves, though.
I know, but it's funny to me if we're just like,
It's
It would
if we're
be
there-
so
if we're there a week early, just chilling on the horizon.
it'll take all the 4 days to fly round, where we can leave 3 days later and still get there at the same time.
That's funny. If they're like,
That would be
if they're,
funny.
if they're like in the third minute to look to the east, and we're just like, "Meow."
Put it down.
Like, we've been traveling for 3 days. Those guys haven't caught up to us, and then they just see us. Like, they see the city on the horizon. They just go, "Meow," and we're there immediately.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it out.
That'll be good.
That's the way.
So Paul, I would say that you
Just
could.
a general sense, Sean.
I think you could definitely take the route with some chest here. The problem
So what's the reason that the fleet currently isn't taking that route again?
simple.
Mountains, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, and also that the floating lands of Drakan are where Thurian's Black Scar seems to have had a massive emergence of limworms, which are basically never really seen.
Okay.
Drakan is the land of dragons. The old
Right.
The old empire that was there was literally wiped off the fucking map, and large swaths of the entire area was lifted up into the sky, and almost every single type of dragon you can imagine is residing there. That is their empire.
Okay.
They don't like trespassers.
Fair.
Occasionally, the odd one would like butt heads against like Skyguard to actually try and get past and like climb up forward to the south. Very rarely, most dragons are actually slain by a city's worth of ballistas and magical fucking engines to cast them down.
Explains all the skeletons.
Mm.
But going beyond Skyguard, that's really risky. Even for a quick fucking like skim over the mountains,
Alright, we'll do it the right way.
I'm not saying you can't. Not at all.
Well,
It's just keep in mind that is the main risk, and that is why everyone's going that route.
possible. We shall have a discussion about it because Brandon's definitely gonna be like, just fucking fly over there.
Say that there is the land of Old Marchese. That is there is a whole host of lost dwarven holds in that region.
Hey.
Obviously because like most of the human elvish settlements were above ground, they were basically after the map. The dwarf holds, the actual seismic disruption cut off those holds from the actual underway system, so no one is actually able to get back to them. But they are there. It's almost positive that they have survived the uplifting. So that is there if you guys ever want to actually fuck around it. But yeah, help yourself.
Interesting.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. So something to think about for next time, boys. I don't know if you'll be leaving Skyguard in the next session. Hopefully you will, but
Oh, we have a lizard tribunal to get through
I want
first.
to go to a full,
Probably
I'm going
not,
to a
Sean.
full lizard tribunal.
Jesus.
I want a lizard priest to zone of
Guys.
truth me to determine whether or not I'm sorry.
Guys. In my other game, many moons ago, I had to do a fucking impromptu court scene with those fuckers.
And now you've
Okay.
got a week to prepare, so
Uh-huh.
you're welcome.
Nathan's ahead of the game.
I'm ahead of the game here, buddy. Come on.
I don't know court speak. It's going to be so rough, but fuck it. Yeah,
They're
sure.
lizards.
Yeah, but
They're not- they
never
don't
did
have a-
lizards.
They're lizards. They don't have a legal system. They're just.
Yeah,
it's just
Nathan,
Sean,
Nathan,
you're not doing a court scene. You're doing a fucking witch trial.
Yep.
I am on trial for killing a bird. You don't. I don't need a lizard to stand up and yell objection. Objection! The bird was flying too close to their airspace. Fuck you! No! I want a fucking wizard to come up to me, a lizard wizard, to come up to me and tell me whether or not I'm telling the truth or not. That's all we need.
Fuck's sake.
Do you believe you are telling the truth? Yes. Are you sorry you killed the bird? No! And I do it again in the same circumstances, knowing what I did now. Here's your fucking gold. Go away.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Fuck it. Alright. We'll see what the next session brings.
Darn
Fucking
tootin'.
hell.
Jesus
this your-
Christ.
I would say 200 200 XP on your sheet, please.
Is that for
Let's
killing the
go.
bird, yeah?
That and very, very, very good roleplay.
Excellent.
It was fucking brilliant. Very much enjoyed every second of that, boys. Hold on.
I did. Very little.
You'll
yeah.
more next session.
You were present, and you basically were the straight man to all this bullshit happening around you. Like it tells a lot that they go to you following this entire debacle, explain it to you, looking for your input.
As the mediator.
Like I think that needs to be like really fucking like hammered home. They need your input on this because it's like, Brandon, you're the only one with your fucking head screwed on right. What the fuck do you do in this situation? Fuck.
Bad when you gotta come to the giant badger for help.
Alright, I'm gonna head off for the night, boys. That was good shit. If you have any messages, any questions at all, please feel free to message. Remember, do level up stuff in the meantime.
Well done.
Yes.
So you get your feet, you get the free archetype feat, and you get a skill feat.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
See you later, boys.
Good shit, boys.
Alrighty.
Catch you later.
Oh boy.